All right, everybody, we're going to be doing the flame lab. Let me show you how to get there real quickly. I'm going to go to 4.4 right here. Bam. And I'm going down right here, which says flame lab write-up. So everybody, you're going to get that open and it's going to look like this. Okay. So first thing that you need to do is write down some information from your sheet. Okay. Now, I recommend writing out the entire chemical formula. So let's say you start off with CaNO3 2. Now, it's super important. I'm just using a random example, so I wouldn't copy this down right now. But it's super important to include the same parentheses that were written on your bottle and also to have the correct subscripts and superscripts. So these are going to be subscripts because submarines go down. I write the entire thing out. Then I go back and highlight the parts that I want to make smaller. So it looks like this. For this lab, you will be graded on whether or not you have this written correctly. So if you have it looking like this, that is correct. If you have it looking like this, that is incorrect. All right. Cool. Cool. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to write down the first element that comes up. So this will be Ca. And you're going to do a little bit of analysis of it. You're going to have to find Ca, because this is right here. You're going to find it on the periodic table. And you're going to see that, oh, goodness. On the periodic table, Ca is on the 4th row. So that means right here, I'm going to say it's 4th energy level. And I'm going to say how many valence electrons it has. So right here, it's in the 2nd column, so it has 2. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the flame color that I wrote down from the lab, okay, from your lab sheet. And for Ca, I'm going to say it was red. Maybe you got something different. That's fine. Then you need to find out, okay, if it was red, what wavelength does that correspond to? And in this case, it's 685 nanometers. So this is all kind of work from just the lab day. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to calculate the frequency, and I want you to show your work. So to calculate the frequency, that's this F right here, you need to take the speed of light and divide it by this in the correct format. Cool? Cool. So F would be equal to the speed of light, which is 3.00 times 10 to the 8th, divided by this right here, this value, the wavelength, 685. But I'm going to tack on times 10 to the negative 9th, which turns it into meters. Now I'm going to go back and turn the exponents to be correct. So it looks like this. I'm showing my work. Bam. And when I do that, I'm going to get some value. All right. I'm going to say it's, I'm making this up right now, so I would not copy this. 4.50 times 10 to the 14th. And we are talking about hertz. Okay. That gives us the frequency. Now for the energy, you're going to start with that number right there, and you're going to multiply it by Planck's constant, which is always 6.626 times 10 to the negative 34. Bam. Bam. I make sure that these are correct exponents. And then I'm going to get some answer. Again, I'm making this up. I would not copy it. I'm going to say 2.34 times 10 to the negative 14th joules. And this right here is how I do my calculations. Now, if you have, let's say, a different compound that also has red, you totally can just be like, all right, cool. Yeah, that's red. Bam. That's red right there. That's fine. You only have to technically do these calculations once for each of the colors that came up in your lab. So this is how you do your data table. The next part is right down here in the summary and analysis. Now, these questions guide your paragraph, okay? Your paragraph, it should be one paragraph, all right? Not a bunch of bulleted sentences. It should consist of standalone complete sentences. So what did you find in this experiment? If you were just to go like this, different chemicals have different color flames. That's not standalone. Like, yeah, it's a complete sentence, but it doesn't tell us anything. If you were to say, when conducting the flame lab test, different chemicals were exposed to a flame, which produced different colors. That is a standalone sentence because you don't need this question right here to really understand the context of it. Okay, so again, this is a paragraph with complete standalone sentences that addresses these things right here. Okay. Once it's all done, you go back to this page and there's a blue submit button and you hit that. I am going to make this due probably on Friday of next week. So that means you have from today about 10, 11 days to do it.